Good evening, this is Christopher Banner with the National Weather Service here in Slidell, and here's your weather briefing for Sunday, October 30th through November 5th. And tomorrow is Halloween, so all you ghouls, goblins, and ghosts, looks like the weather forecast should be pretty good for trick-or-treating tomorrow night. So real quick, I'm going to look at the forecast right now. You can see the big old multiple H's over the southern plains and the northwestern Gulf of Mexico. Well, that is high pressure behind that cold front that came through late last night. Not as much strong of a cold front. However, we did have a few thunderstorms and really a few tornadoes with this system yesterday afternoon, maybe into the early evening hours, especially in Mobile's area. As we move forward in the forecast, high pressure is going to continue to dominate the region, and we get into Tuesday night. High pressure is dominating pretty much most of the eastern half of the U.S. There is some light showers that are trying to push into the area from the Gulf. However, confidence is pretty low that we're really going to get much rain from this system that moves through Wednesday. Right now, we're kind of holding 20 to 30% chance of rain, but it looks like our best chance of rain is probably going to be late this week, maybe into next weekend. So as we move through Wednesday morning, and by this time is Thursday morning, you see high pressure still dominating the eastern half of the United States. However, the next system is now moving across the continental divide, and you can see all the showers over the Four Corners region, actually, and then quite a bit of snowfall over Wyoming, Montana, and into North Dakota. That system is going to continue to slide to the east. However, it's also going to what we call dig down in the Four Corners and into western Texas. Because of that digging, it's going to slow down. So by Friday morning, you see that cold front is pretty much stretching from the Great Lakes and into the Texas-Oklahoma panhandles. And then we move into Saturday morning, and that front really hasn't moved much. It's actually stalled across the area. However, our system is starting to really take shape in western Texas. Looks like there could be some decent rain across the southern plains and into Texas, and that system may provide us a decent chance of rain going into next weekend. So as we look at the forecast for Halloween across our region, it's going to be a pretty nice forecast with temperatures starting out in the lower to mid 70s and then dropping by 7 p.m., dropping down into the mid to upper 60s across the entire region. And then right around the end of your trick-or-treating, depending on where you are, temperatures could drop into the upper 60s for a few places, especially south of the lake, like New Orleans. And then, but you go towards southwest Mississippi, along the Pascagoula and Pearl River drainage areas, temperature could drop down into the lower 60s. Temperatures are going to continue to fall throughout the evening, and then by midnight, it looks like the entire region will be below 65, with about half the area below 60 degrees. So yesterday we had a severe weather system that moved across the region, and showers and thunderstorms started. I say showers and thunderstorms, I really should mean showers, because there was very little lightning with a lot of this activity. It really started to pick up right around 11:30 noon yesterday, and then really got going as it moved across coastal Mississippi. And it's kind of what we were anticipating. We did have that tornado watch basically from I-55 east, but the bulk of the severe weather did occur across coastal Mississippi, especially or mainly Jackson County, so near Pascagoula, Moss Point, Goche. So we start this loop here. This is the radar loop. Right now we're looking at the radar here in Slidell. As you can see, we get showers to develop across coastal Mississippi and around Tangipahoa, and then that line continues to move east. However, you see all that activity that's developing over Jackson County, Mississippi. That is the area that actually produced most of our severe weather. Again, this is our radar. What we're going to do now is we're going to run through this loop one more time, and you can see those storms, those showers over Tangipahoa, they were what we call elevated. So even though they showed a lot of rotation, they never dropped a tornado or really any reports of funnel clouds. The bulk of our severe weather was over Jackson County. And just a second, we're going to switch to the Mobile radar, and we're going to zoom in on Jackson County. As you can see right there, we do have those showers and spinny showers across coastal Mississippi. But Jackson County, we have multiple tornadoes that occurred. This image right here is the velocity image, and as you can see with the green and red right by each other, that definitely showed some of that rotation in those storms that moved across the region. One more time, here's the reflectivity. As you can see, those, it look like little sickles moving across mainly the eastern half of Jackson County. And then we're going to go real quick back to the velocity image, and I'm going to pause this right here And you can see there is one of the basically showers that's spinning that have produced a tornado. There's another one. This video is not really allowing for great editing capabilities right now. And you can see the next couple of storms right there. There's another rotation. There's some more rotation with these showers. All these little showers and storms were capable of producing tornadoes, but we did get 3. And those 3 we did the surveys on today. First one, all 3 are in Jackson County. First one right here is the Moss Point tornado. As you can see, it touched down just around the Oak Grove Road and then moved to the north, basically crossed right over I-10 and then dissipated. We had a preliminary peak wind of around 107 miles an hour, and this would be an estimated rating of around an EF1. Max width was around 250 yards, and the length was about 2.8 miles, just under 3 miles there. Our next tornado we look at is the Van Cleve one. A little bit more, I would say erratic, but it took more of kind of a broad north-northwest motion. As you can see, touchdown kind of early, but the bulk of the damage was around that Wade Cleve Road area and just to the southeast of it. Estimated peak winds for this system were around 104 miles an hour. The path length was only 1.25 miles long, and the max width was only 170 yards wide. So you can see so far 2 tornadoes. Both of these are relatively short-lived tornadoes with peak intensities of EF1. And as we go to the third one, this is the one that was kind of in northern Jackson County near Hurley. A really short path here, only about a mile long, and then look at that max width, 50 yards. Really narrow tornado, only on the ground for about a minute, maybe a minute and a half. So, and that's what we were looking at yesterday, is these real quick, short-lived tornadoes. But the good thing is we did have warnings out on them, but a lot of times these really short-lived small tornadoes can occur quickly without any warning. So luckily we kind of got on that pretty good, and there was no injuries that we had reported, and the damage was actually pretty minimal across most of the area. However, there are some places in Jackson County that were impacted, and anybody impacted is not something we want to see. Well, thanks again, everybody. Hope you all have a happy Halloween tomorrow. And all the kids out there, enjoy your trick-or-treating. Adults, be careful if you're partying tomorrow night. The good thing is the weather looks pretty quiet through most of the week, and may see a return of showers and thunderstorms. Wednesday, more so showers, but looking probably next weekend for our next system. Have a great day.